racism is not real. Today, I want to talk about racism and how racism is not real. Alright? What racism is self-preservation. And what white people have done is that they have practiced self-preservation to the fullest degree. When they conquered the whole world and took over the whole world and killed everybody and raped the woman, nobody stopped them. Nobody did. Alright, there are people who gave in and there are people who fought back, but at the end of the day, nobody stopped them. But white people, they have the same brain, the same hands, the same feet that we all do. They just use it to the fullest capacity for power. And now in this day and age, we're complaining because white people made the goal for power. And nobody else did. See, what white people did was they practiced self-preservation so that they can increase their quality of life at the expense of other humans. And the law of nature says they have every right to do that. My issue is never with white people and their practice of quote-unquote racism. My issue is with black people who do not practice quote-unquote racism. We do not practice self-preservation. We watch others do it and complain. And you're not going to get anything like that. Where in nature does equality exist? Where in nature are they sharing prey? Where prides of lions are sharing prey? They're not. Alright, you got to go for yours. And if anybody else has to get fucked up in the meantime, that's just what it is. And black people, specifically black men, have a hard time understanding that. That power is not given. It is taken. Alright? And begging and complaining about white people and white supremacy and all day is not going to get you anything. It's not going to get you any resources. It's not going to get them to play fair. If you really want something, you have to go out and take it and stop asking. Because white people didn't ask when they went into Africa, when they went into America, to South America. No, they took. And that's why, right now, the Asian Americans have the highest amount of wealth in the whole country. Because they're not sitting around complaining about what white people do and racism. No, they're playing the game and they're taking what's theirs. And now China is slowly becoming the #1 world power, and Asians have the highest wealth in America. Racism. But complaining about it, making documentaries, and asking white people for equality, it makes you look more of a bitch. Makes you look like a bitch. Because that's not how this shit's played. Self-preservation is the name of the game. So I'm not mad at white people for being racist. I'm not mad at white people for practicing self-preservation, because honestly, that's nature. I'm mad at black people for not practicing nature. I'm mad at us for not working in groups and for not sticking together when it comes to economics and countering what's going on. I'm mad at our ancestors because they thought marching and protesting was better than using group economics. You know, so how can we complain about racism when it's just a practice of self-preservation? When are we going to start practicing self-preservation? When are we going to start practicing quote-unquote racism? When are we going to put our lives on the line for what we really want?
In 1921, a neighborhood in Tulsa, Oklahoma called the Greenwood District was a bustling community of black-owned businesses. Tulsa locals know that period of Greenwood's history as a kind of golden age.
It's like movie theaters, pharmacies, hair salons, and so forth.
They called it Black Wall Street.
It was a mecca. It was a huge success.
But Black Wall Street was also an anomaly. It thrived at a time when the KKK was incredibly active in Oklahoma, and the nation had just been through the Red Summer of 1919, when white mobs murdered black people in dozens of incidents across the U.S. But estimates now put that number closer to 300. As for those that survived, thousands of them lived in tent cities in the months that followed, and were left to pick up the pieces of rubble they once called home.
Kind of waste of money.
Why do you think that?
It's over, it's done. Kind of waste of money.
Why do you think that?
It's over, it's done. Kind of waste of money.
Why do you think that?
It's over, it's done.
Alright, Shalom. All the praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And honors to all you fellow laborers that are kicking His word in sincerity and in faith. The water Yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi, quadash, the Holy Spirit, resting upon me to do this lesson. And this lesson is going to be concerning the stupidity and the complete reliance that people have on the government. And this is just an example of how you know that the majority of these people, they're going to willingly consent to the RFID chip. They're going to willingly go into concentration camps. They're pretty much just going to be with anything that Esau rolls out. All right, so let me go ahead and play this, speak a little bit on it, hit a precept or two, and I pray the lesson's edifying.
City leaders are eyeing cameras as a way to potentially tackle crime throughout the city of Davis. Where could these cameras go? Well, places like here along Russell Boulevard, right behind me. Busy areas near the highway where there's lots of traffic and a big potential for crime. City leaders hope this will deter crime and make people in Davis feel safer.
I feel safe here. I think the neighborhoods are good and nice, and the school provides a lot of resources for me.
It's comfortable, it's safe. You know that everybody around, we're all friends and family.
Known as a family-oriented, walkable, and bicycle-friendly town, Davis is generally regarded as a safe place to live. The city of 70,000 people, of which as many as 20,000 are enrolled at the University of California, Davis, has been struck by a recent bout of armed robberies.
And this city is about 15-20 minutes from where I'm at in Sacramento. It's a big college town, and it's very expensive. But yeah, like they're saying, it's been hit by a rash of armed robberies. Because people know what time it is. If you want to hit a lick, just go over to Davis. You're going to catch a lot of college students slipping, professors, so on and so forth.
Holdups at gunpoint in the last 3 months, according to Davis police. Recent crimes has UC Davis grad student Sophie Nazari fearing for her safety. It's why she moved from downtown.
Mostly because my house was robbed, and across the street my neighbor was robbed as well.
Now, the issue of crime is bringing Davis city leaders to act.
It's a place where you should be able to walk your dog at 10 o'clock at night and not worry about crime.
They're considering cameras and license plate readers as a tool to help monitor crime in busy areas. Now city leaders have asked Davis police to research the possibility.
I wouldn't mind. I think it could possibly help.
Some are embracing the idea, but others have privacy concerns.
It sounds like it would be an improvement, but also a privacy concern.
Today, with people with Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff, who has privacy anymore? We might as well use it for our safety, right?
See, so he don't even care. Yeah, look, we already don't have no rights. We don't have no privacy rights. So, hey, just protect us. Make sure that we're safe. So this is the spirit that these people are in. Do whatever you can to protect us. It don't matter if you're infringing upon our so-called rights. It don't matter if you knock on their doors. You walking on the streets. It doesn't matter if you have the military on the streets. Whatever you can do to deter crime. So this is how you know these people, they're willingly going to accept anything that Esau rolls out. All right, it's the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord Yahawah is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. And you see that. See, the majority of these people, they're in gross darkness. And that's how you know, again, they're going to consent to anything that Esau proposes. Because they're in gross darkness. They don't know what the hell is going on. They're all about what? Safety. Which really, they're unsafe because of Esau. But they don't think about it like that. And gross darkness to people. But the Lord Yahawah shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. Yeah, because it's all about the men of the Lord. That's what it boils down to. You got the elect and you got the non-elect. And the majority of these people, they're not elected to receive salvation. They're selected to receive destruction. So I just want to touch on that. Just a quick precept, real quick. Shalom.
right, Shalom Makim out there. First and foremost, before I start, I want to give all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi. Yahawah, that's the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. And yahawashi, that's the name of his beloved Son, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. Divine to the apostles of great millstone, and peace and mercy to the elect. Bahasham, harakah, quadash, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Alright, I'm having a little bit of technical difficulty, so Salak brothers, if the stream just mess up or something. I really got too much stuff going on my computer at once, but I don't have a lot of time to have everything just do it at one time. I need to do everything at one time, so try to make this lesson short and sweet. So the name of this lesson is going to be a RFID chip update. What is E planning for his RFID chip in B system? Now over here at Great Millstone, and certain other brethren who had the truth, we've been talking about how the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. Alright? And that's exactly what it is. That fits according to Revelation the 13th chapter. We've been telling the whole world. Okay, now that we're moving in time, we're moving forward towards the future. Esau, the Edomite, the devil, he's showing that his RFID chip in this whole RFID system is the next thing that he wants to implement, or he wants to put into the society. You're slowly seeing cash be done away with, and you're starting to see radio frequency tags, chips, and readers being implanted everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, you're seeing this new age slowly but surely be introduced. Now I found the video. I'm gonna just commentary through it, and I'm gonna let a majority of it ride. I found this video on a page called Be Inspired, a pretty cool little page to subscribe to, but it's called "This Could Be a Tragedy for Humans: The First Brain Implant." Okay, so what's going down is that Esau, as he's ready to have this whole world be ran off of fucking AI intelligence. That's another thing. This artificial intelligence. And it's getting to the point, I've did lessons on this already. It's getting to the point where Esau is explaining that they don't know if this AI will take over the whole planet Earth and do away with the humans. Basically something like the movie The Matrix. And in this very lesson, this very video, it shows that. And it's even titled, "This Could Be a Tragedy for Humans. First Brain Implant." Which goes back to, before I started, Revelation 13 and 16 says, "And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." And when you look up foreheads right there, that's the brain chip implant that fits the prophecy. And when you go back to, it goes back to Strong's G 3359, and it should say the space between the eyes, the forehead. That's your brain. Okay? So the Most High said it was going to happen, and we seeing it, man. Let me play this video right here, and then I'm going to let majority of this video ride, and I'm going to just commentary through it, but I'm going to let a lot of it just ride, just to show you brothers.
Is the first chip implanted into the human brain that directly links the human brain with the hard drive of a physical computer without a wire, without a cable.
So you seen what they trying to do? They're trying to connect your brain to a hard drive without a wire or a cable, man. That is the mad scientist Esau.
Human brain with a hard drive into the human brain that directly links the human brain with the hard drive of a physical computer without a wire, without a cable. We have the biology that allows us to do already, we have this, what those chips are allowing us to do. When we learn to access these mirror neurons in a very specific way, we have super learning. I do this personally. We can learn very, very quickly. And We are at this pivotal crossroad where we are developing and evolving our technology so quickly. We have to make a choice as a society. How much of our power will we give away to the machines? How much of it sounds like a science fiction movie? Where do those movies come from? This is consciousness in those movies asking us to explore how much of ourselves do we want to give away. And here's a perfect example, Elon Musk.
So this guy asked the question, how much of our power do we want to give away? Meaning that how much do we really want, how far are we willing to upgrade these machines to make them more and more like humans? All right. Now, there's a movie with Will Smith called I, Robot. In that movie, I, Robot, the main robot character was a special robot because the doctor who created him gave him feelings like a human. So it separated him from all the rest of the robots. All right? Now, these Edomites, that's exactly what they in the line, in the lab cooking up. They're fucking trying to give these machines everything that a human has, to the point where the machine could come dependent it could become independent within itself. These same fucking Edomites all have, there's a story that came out dealing with these Edomites that they created these machines, and these machines created their own language and was speaking to each other in code. And the scientists around, they couldn't fucking make it out. They had to unplug the fucking computer because they was the machines was creating their own language and was talking to each other and was talking in code. You see? This is the devil we dealing with. He creating something that's going to destroy himself.
How much of ourselves do we want to give away? And here's a perfect example, Elon Musk. Elon Musk.
Let me grab that. The kingdom within, Shalom. Isaiah 32:7. The instruments also of the cruel are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. So Esau's creating these wicked devices. Let me go on further.
Elon Musk has developed a new company called Neuralink. And his philosophy is, and I'm not slighting him for this, because this is the way society learns, this is the way science learns, by pushing the boundaries. And Elon Musk is a brilliant man. He's pushing those boundaries. And I think he'll push them until he has pushback from society. Neuralink is the first chip implanted into the human brain that directly links the human brain with a hard drive of a physical computer without a wire, without a cable. So it's like Bluetooth technology. It's beyond Bluetooth, but you can think of it that way. Right. So what he's saying is, if you can't beat the machines, join them. He said, let's interface, let's become one with these machines. Right. So
he said, if you can't beat the machines, join them, right? That is so foolishness. It ain't like the machines have their own life and their own intelligence, their own independence, and they came and invaded the earth, and then you can't beat them, join them. Not that aspect. You are the mother freakers that's creating the machines. So it's easy just not to create the machines, so you won't be in that pickle of if you can't beat them, join them. You know what I mean? Esau just likes to build his sadistic and demonic machines, and he's creating them, and he don't know where the hell he's going with it. He want to use it as a weapon to subject everybody on the planet, but he does see that it's backfiring on him. These machines and their intelligence.
What do you think about that?
It's gonna be an ad, but I don't think I could do nothing about it. But I'm gonna skip past it.
They have the chip.
Nobody want to care what the hell you talking about, man. All right.
That can be implanted into the brain, and I mean, think about what's happening. These are silicon chips that have contact points that are interfacing with human neurons. My personal feeling is it's a mistake. My personal feeling. I believe it's a dangerous path, And I also believe it's an unnecessary path because we have the biology that allows us to do already, we have this, what those chips are allowing us to do if we awaken that biology. The Matrix is the perfect example of this. In the movie The Matrix, the people who were awakening into the new reality, when they needed to learn something quickly, they had a port at the base of their skull, and they would physically plug a cable into a computer, a hard drive, and they could download and learn programs very quickly. We have the ability to do right now through what are called mirror neurons. Interestingly, mirror neurons are a specialized class of neurons in the human brain that don't know the difference between watching an experience and having the experience. So when we already know this, for example, this is why you can lie on your couch on a Sunday afternoon watching a soccer game or a golf tournament or whatever. You're lying down, but you're watching this and your heart's racing, your muscles are tense, you might be perspiring, you might be, breathing heavy, but you're just lying there. I mean, if you think about that, it makes no sense. Your mirror neurons think you're the one on the field.
Right, which is why we watch.
It is. And these are very powerful neurons, and they're also powerful in addiction.
Now, that dude, he kind of explained it complex. You probably got to go a little bit back, but what he just explained is that in our brain we have a thing called what they labeled as mirror neurons. All right, and in these mirror neurons, that's where you store up a lot of your experience and everything. Now, he said in your brain, your mirror neurons don't know how to tell the difference between watching and experience. And then he gave the example. Say, for instance, if you're sitting down on the couch, you're watching a scary movie. Your mirror neurons will activate in you as if you're actually going through that experience, when really you're doing nothing but sitting down on the couch watching a TV. But you watch the scary movie and it seemed like you're there and you actually really getting scared, but really you're just sitting down. Then he explained that these same mirror neurons, that's where your experiences is at. All right? So when you're going through something, your mirror neurons kick in. Now, he said these same very mirror neurons could be used as a. Now, let's continue on.
Field, right, which is why we watch.
It is. And these are very powerful neurons, and they're also powerful in addiction. This is why pornography, for example, is so powerful. It's so addicting because when someone witnesses those images with the mirror neurons, it triggers the oxytocin and the same dopamine, the same very addictive chemistry, because the brain doesn't know the difference between watching and having the experience. So these are the bad things that we hear. The good things that we don't often hear is because the brain doesn't know the difference. When we learn to access these mirror neurons in a very specific way, we have super learning, Brian. We can learn. So I do this personally. I mean, we can learn very, very quickly. We can learn music. You can learn to perform the way another musician is performing. You can learn a foreign language very quickly. You can not only retain, but recall information. Very super learning, super memory, super retention, super recall from the mirror neurons. And here's the kicker. Those mirror neurons in the human brain are in the 6th layer of the neocortex.
So, do you see what he just explained? He explained about what the things that the mirror neurons do, and then he said the same thing of the mirror neurons could be an addiction. And then he referenced pornography. When you watch pornography, it releases in your brain. Your brain really thinks you're going through the experience, and it releases the dopamine, which causes you to feel like you bust a nut or something, or you get aroused more rather. But the same mirror neurons, this devil wants to be able to access those so he could do just like the Matrix. That's why he referenced the Matrix just a couple minutes ago. He wants to be able to input information and output information at will. So just like the Matrix, the dude Tank typed in on the computer how to fly a plane, and he downloaded it right into Trinity's brain, and she within 3 seconds learned how to fly a plane. Remember, Neo learned how to kung fu and mixed martial arts within 10 seconds. You know, his eyes start flipping rapidly, and then he learned it. This devil is trying to accomplish that with this new world order and this RFID, this radio frequency technology, which incorporates the RFID chip as well. This is the plan for Esau. That's this nigga's fucking future. Basically, what yahawah created in the beginnings of the heavens and the earth, and everything natural, man and woman natural, the ways of man natural, Esau said that ain't good enough, man. You know? He thinks that's not good enough. That's why this is Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. The Most High is shortening these days because this devil is going all out. He's a madman going all out. It's the truth. Who else is doing this? Esau. This is a work of the Edomites. Yeah. The Wadak, Jim S. Hawaii, Shalom. He trying to play the Most High. He trying to play God, man. This guy is crazy. He basically trying to create his own race. You know? But the Most High is shortening these days. He ain't going to be able to do none of this stuff. He going to be molded. He's going to be you thought, you know? Let me grab this right here. Proverbs 4 and 16, the kingdom within. For they sleep not unless they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they have caused some to fall. Now they're losing sleep trying to get access to the mirror neurons inside the brain. You know? And like you said, once they get access, they're going to be able to download shit in your brain quick. And you think that they're going to do that for Jake? Fuck no. It's going to be like the movie Elysium, where they're going to be in the, say for instance, that did happen, they will be in the sky, and they'll be the only ones with this technology and being able to do it. While everybody on the earth is while they working off the back of all the poverty, all the poor.
That is made possible through a mysterious DNA fusion that happened 200,000 years ago. When we showed up, who or whatever is responsible for our existence, whatever's the source of the intervention that appears to have happened, made those neurons possible. And it gives us the ability, if we choose, to access this potential, to learn and experience very, very quickly. We don't need to be physically connected to a computer. But this is an example of where, if we don't know that, and we go down this road, I mean, it won't stop there. We end up giving our power away to a device. And you've heard the old axiom, if use it or lose it. And we run, I think, the risk of becoming a species where we begin to lose this tremendous beautiful potential.
And we are losing parts of that already because we're no longer kind of learning the same way and pushing our brains to learn languages. It's all there.
Mathematics.
And that's the truth. You heard what he's saying? He said as they start to continue with this type of technology in this new way, that we're starting to become, in lack of better words, we're starting to become dumber. And these machines are becoming smarter. And that's of a truth. You know, now in colleges, right? Your top students, they're in the math. I believe it's in the math and the English. And the math and the English dealing with finals. Their final is not of the grade level of a college student anymore. It's of a grade level of a sophomore in high school, a 10th grader. That's what has happened since this technology has happened. This is explained. This guy Jeff Rentz. You could go subscribe to that guy. He had a guy on there, a doctor on there that was explaining this. That now in your colleges, your finals for a college student is not higher than the grade level of a sophomore in high school, man. Why? Because of this technology. It's making you stupid on your smartphones. When you can't spell a word, there's auto correction. There's no thought process there or trying to figure out how to spell the word. It's an auto correction. All right, you typing in you got a English class. It's auto grammar corrections. You got all type of calculators and these different type of devices that help you with math, shortcut and everything, which stopping the normal way of learning. So they're calling them smartphones and smart watches and everything, but it's becoming smart and making you dumb.
Google Translate.
Ask the young people today to solve a mathematic problem without the use of a phone or a calculator.
Yeah.
Now, I come from a generation, and
it's another little commercial. Let me go skip past it.
And this has all happened in one generation. When I was in school back in the 1950s, 60s, early 70s, engineers were putting the first man on the moon using a slide rule.
Yeah.
Now, some of our viewers don't.
Now, that's pretty much it. You can check the rest of the video out, when Esau, because Esau has the inside scoop about a lot of things, So they explain it and shit. We take it, incorporate the scriptures, and bring the truth with it. So, yeah, man, the title of this video is straight up, update what E is planning with this RFID chip and B system. As you can see, this devil is, he wants to put all this energy and focus on these machines. He wants to be able to get into your brain where your mirror neurons is, so he could be able to download, take out information from your brain at the drop of a dime. You know what I mean? This devil trying to play the Most High. That's what he's doing. Matter of fact, let me go to Ezekiel, and I'll close it out on this one. Because he trying to play the Most High, but he ain't the Most High. And that's straight up. He ain't nothing but a base man. The scripture said all the humans that was created, for lack of better words, you are the lowest of the low. He is the bottom of the totem pole, man. He ain't nothing, man. Alright? This is Ezekiel 38:2. It says, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, another coal for Esau. Thus saith the Lord power, because thy heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am the Most High, and I sit in the seat of the Most High, in the midst of the seas, in the midst of the people. He's playing God. Yet thou art a man, and not the Most High. Though thou set thy heart as the heart of the Most High. Though he trying to act like the Most High, he ain't nothing but a man. And then it goes on to say, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. This guy's got to the point where he's created artificial intelligence. That'll blow Daniel away. It says, there is no secret that they can hide from thee. It says, with thy wisdom and with thy understanding thou hast gotten thee riches. It has gotten thee gold and silver into thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches. Therefore thus saith the Lord, because thou hast set thy heart as the heart of the Most High, behold, I will therefore bring strangers upon thee. The strangers are the other nations, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against thy beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. And they shall bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the seas. So these other nations, we know that the prophecy said that they're gonna shoot missiles on America, man, on NATO and the EDO. Missiles gonna be flying everywhere. Everybody getting put to death because of this goddamn Esau, because it's Edomite. But mainly over here in America, the missiles they're gonna explode, and you Edomites is gonna be brought down to the pit, like it just said. And you're gonna die the deaths of them that are slain in the sea. All the people, you're gonna just die with them for trying to play the Most High, man. All right. Let me grab that. GMS Hawaii. Ezekiel 28:9. Wilt thou yet say before him that slayeth thee, I am the Most High? But thou shalt be a man and no God in the hand of them that slay thee. So, hey, that's on point, not precepted. He trying to play God, but the Most High gonna show him that he ain't nothing but a man. So, yeah, man, I tagged everything, brothers, man. A little short, quick one. So, you know, that's pretty much it, man. Just update on the RFID. The RFID chip, but if you can't see that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast, and what Esau, how he's pushing in his media and all these legislations, and man, something wrong with you if you can't see, man. Just straightforward, man. You know, the Lord ain't dealing with you. Look, don't take the RFID chip. If you do, the Most High gonna get you according to Revelation 14:9. So with that, I'm going to close out. Say, Barak the Yahawah, Barak the Shai, Shalom Akim Step, Shalom.